minus 1 plus 0.1 by 2. If I solve this, I'll get the value of this. Minus 0.10525. This is the value of K2 here. If I further simplify this, I'll get the term which is equal to 0.1 comma this term. The value which you will get in this step, that is y of 0.1, is used as a y1. Hello and warm welcome to one and all. It is Dr. Ravikumar YB, Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. In today's class, let me teach you about the Runge Kutta fourth order method. It is a kind of differentiation method, and this is the formula we use to find out the equations differentiated values using the Runge Kutta fourth order method. In order to find out that, we have to find out four different terms, that is K1, K2, K3, K4. Since we have four terms here like K1, K2, K3, K4, we call it as Runge Kutta fourth order method, that is fourth order method. If that is the case, let me have it in explanations. That is, H is the term I am using here as H as a step size. Then x0, y0 is considered in the first phase, that is in the first iteration, until we get the value of y1. Once y1 is determined from x0 and y0, we will apply the step size, that is h, to x0 plus h, x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k1 by 2 is applied there. That is, in case of this, x0 plus h by 2 plus y0 plus k1 by 2 is applied there. That is what going to be applied now. If that is the case, let me explain you about how to find out x0, y0 initially for any of the equations. For an equation like this, f of x is equal to x minus y square. What is the value of 0 here? That is y0 is equal to 1 here. What is the value of x0 then? x0 is equal to 0. That is x0 is equal to 0. If that is the case, x0, y0 is equal to 0, 1. This is the initial value I am considering here for that equation. If that is the case, we have the term h is equal to 0.1. We have to find out till y is equal to 0.2, because we have y0, y of 0 is initially what? It is 1. Y of 0.1 is what? Y of 0.2 is what? Because it has a step size of h is equal to 0.1. If I had 0.1 to this 0, it becomes 0.1. If I had 0.1 to this 0.1, it becomes 0.2. So we have to find out the value of y at the value of 0.2. In order to find out that, let me explain you about the Runge Kutta fourth order method. If that is the case, let me have the value which is equal to h into f of x, x0, y0. What is x0, y0 in this case? This is x equal to 0 minus y is what? 1 square. 1 square means what? 1. So it is equal to x0, y0 is equal to 1. That is the value we have found. That is, what is the value of h? H into f of this means 0.1 into 1. That is equal to what? 0.1. 0.1 is the value I am getting for K1. That is, K1 is equal to 0.1. Am I getting this? That is, x is 0 and 1. That is 0.1 into, this is the value I considered here. That is h into f of x, y, x0, y0. In this case, the equation considered here is y2, that is y square. If I consider x minus y square, what is the value I am getting here? 0.1. That is, let me write down it on one side. That is, k1 is equal to 0.1. Then let me find out the value of k2. K2 is equal to h into f of x0. That is, let me write down the formula. That is, k2 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k1 by 2. This is the formula. If that is the case, what is the value of h? 0.1 into f of this function. What is x0? It is 0. 0 plus 0.1 by 2, comma, what is y0? In this case, it is 1 plus what is k1? 0.1 by 2. If I simplify this term, I'll get the value of k2. What is the value of k2 if that is so? 0.1 by 2, which is equal to 0.05, comma, 1 plus 0.1 by 2 means what? 0.05 plus 1, that is equal to 1.05. That is f of this term. What is x0 here? It is 0.05. What is y0 here? It is 1.05. If I substitute those into that equation, what is that? What is that original equation? X minus y square. What is the value of x here? 0.05 minus y square means what? 1.05 whole square. If I do this operation, what is the value I am getting now? 0.05 minus 1.05 whole square. If I do this operation, what is the value I am getting? I am getting the value of minus 1.0525. This is the value I am getting. What is that? 0.1 is to be multiplied into 0.1. That turns out to be the value which is equal to minus 0.10525. This is the value of K2 here. Now K2 is obtained. Let me take the value of K2. Minus 0.10525. 10525. This is the K2. Then what is the value of K3 then? K3 is equal to this. K3 is equal to x0 plus h by 2, comma, y0 plus k2 by 2 is assigned to k. K1, K2 is over, K3, that is equal to K3. What is the value of x0 here? x0 is already obtained there. That is K3 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2, comma, y0 plus k2 by 2. If this is the case, what is the value of h? 0.1 into f of what is x0? 0 plus h is what? 0.1 by 2, comma, what is the value of y0? That is 1 plus what is the value of k2? That is obtained here. Minus 0.10525 divided by 2. So this is the value of this. If I solve this, I'll get this value, that is 0.05. 0.05, comma. If I solve this, that is minus 0.10525 divided by 2, I'll get this term plus 1. What is the value I'm getting? That is 0.947375. That is the value of this. So this is f into 0.1. If that is the case, this is my x. This term must be substituted there. That is 0.05 minus of this 0.947375 whole square. If that is the case, the value of this is equal to into 0.1. That is K3 is equal to 0.084751,93906. This is the value I am getting, K3. What is the value of K4 then? K3, 0.084751,93906. That is the value. K4 is equal to what? K4 is equal to, let me calculate now. K4 is equal to x0 plus h, comma, y0 plus k3. If that is the case, what is the value of x0? It is 0 plus h is 0.1 comma y0 is what? That is 1 plus k3. What is the value of k3? This. That is minus 0.08475193906. That is this term. H into, that is 0.1 into this. If I further simplify this, I'll get the term which is equal to 0.1 comma this term, that is 1 plus this term, that is equal to 1 plus 0.08475193906. That means 0.9152480,609. That is this value. If I pass on to this function f and multiply it by 0.1, what happens? That is f of this into that 0.1 minus this term whole square, that gives me the value of answer square is equal to 0.83 is equal to 0.1 minus 0.8376790131. That is this. If I further simplify this, what happens? 0.1 minus, it is not minus, yes, it is minus, I'll get the term which is equal to 0.8376790131, which is equal to minus 0.73 into 0.1. What is the final value I'm getting? I'm getting the final value which is equal to minus 0.07376790131. That is the final value. That is the value of y1. That is the value of y1. When the value of y of 0.1 is equal to this term, that is minus 0.07376790131. That is this term. Then what is the value of y of 0.2? Y of 0.2 is equal to what? If that is the case, let me consider the value of y2 now. Y of 0.2 is equal to what? If that is the case, the formula for this is again k1 is equal to h into f of x1 comma y1. That is the previous value is considered. If that is the case, k2 is equal to h into f of x1 comma h by 2 comma y1 plus k1 by 2. What is k3 then? k3 is equal to h into f of x1 comma h by 2 comma y1 plus k2 by 2. Then what is the value of k4? k4 is equal to h into f of x1 plus h comma y1 plus k3. This is the final formula, that is k4. After obtaining this, y is equal to, that is the formula which we have found in the first slide, that is y is equal to y0 plus 16 times y0 plus 16 times y1 plus 2 times y2 plus 2 times k2 plus 2 times k3 plus k4. This gives me the value of y1. That is k1. This is k1. This gives me the value of y1. This is the formula we use to find out the value of y1. In this case, we have to find out y2. y2 is equal to y1 plus 16 times k1 plus 2 times k2 plus 2 times k3 plus k4. This is the formula we are going to use to find out the value of k2. That is, when the value of y is equal to 0.2 is equal to what? That is going to be determined with this formula. If that is the case, K1 is to be determined. What is K1? K1 is equal to H. What is H? 0.1 into F of, what is the value of X1 here? That is 0.1. What is Y1? Y1 which you have obtained in the previous step, that is this term, minus 0.07376 minus 0.07376 is the value of Y1. If that is the case, what is the value of K1 is equal to 0.1 into this term. What is the equation given here? X minus Y square is the equation we have considered here. If that is the case, 0.1 minus this term, that is 0.07376 whole square, that gives me some value that has to be substituted here and multiplied by 0.1 to get the value of K1. That is, what is the value of that? Let me use the calculator now. That is 0.1 minus of minus 0.07376, that is equal to 0.17376. That has to be multiplied by 0.1. That gives us the value of 0.01736. That is K1 is equal to this value. Then what is the value of K2? K2 is equal to H into F of this term. What is the value of H here? 0.1 into F of, what is the value of X1 here? That is 0.1, comma, what is the value of Y1? Y1 is equal to that is minus 0.07376 plus K1 by 2. What is the value of K1? That is 0.017376 divided by 2. If I simplify this term, I'll get the value which is equal to K2. That is K2 is equal to, H is what? 0.1 into F of this. If I substitute this into that original equation, what is that value I'm going to get? That is 0.1 minus this term. If I simplify this term, what is the value I'm getting? That is minus, that is 0.01736 divided by 2, that is equal to this term minus 0.07376, that is equal to minus 0.065072. This has to be multiplied by 0.1. What is the value of K2 then? That is 6.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Minus 3 means what? K2 is equal to 0.006507.2. This is the value of K2, that is of minus sign. What is the value of K3 then? K3 is determined with the help of this formula. That is K3 is equal to 0.1 into F of this term. What is the value of X here? X1, that is 0.1 comma, what is that? X1 plus H by 2. This is H by 2. What is that H by 2 indicates? X1 plus H by 2. What is the value of X1 here? It is 0.1. 0.1 means 0.1 by 2, comma, X equal to 0.1. Y is equal to, we have obtained here. What is the value of Y? That is this term. This is the value of Y, Y1, that is minus 0.07376 plus K2 by 2. What is the value of K2 we have obtained here? That is this term, plus of minus 0.006507.2 divided by 2, that is this term. If I do this operation, what is the value I'm getting? 0.1 comma this term. What is the value of 0.1 here? F of X plus, if I substitute this into this equation, 0.1 minus Y square, X plus H by 2. We have the term. We have this 0.1 divided by 2. That means we have to substitute these values into that equation. That is 0.1 whole square is equal to 0.01. That's correct. 0.01 plus 0.1 divided by 2. That is equal to 0.06 comma 0.06 comma, this term. If I solve this term, what is the value I am getting? Minus 0.0065072 divided by 2 minus term minus 0.07376, that is equal to minus 0.0770136. This is the value I am getting now. This is the value of x and y, x1 and y1 now. This has to be substituted into this equation. What is the value of x now? X equal to that term 0.06, that means 0.06 minus of minus 0.0770136 whole square. That gives me the value of K2. That has to be multiplied with 0.1 to get K3. If that is the case, if I simplify this term, what is the value I am getting? That is 0.06 plus minus of minus 0.0770136 whole square, that is equal to this term into 0.1, that leads to the value which is equal to K3 is equal to 0.0054068905542. This is the value of K3 I am getting now. What is the value of K4? How K4 can be determined? K4 is equal to this term. What is the value of K4? K4 is equal to h into f of x1 plus h, comma y1 plus K3. What is the value of h? 0.1 into f of x1 plus h. What is the value of x1? x1 it is 0.1 plus 0.1, comma, what is the value of y1? That is this term, minus 0.07376 plus K3. What is the value of K3? This term, 0.0054. 0.0054068. If I do this operation, I'll get the value of K4. That is, K4 is equal to, let me write down the K4 here. K4 is equal to, if I simplify this term, what is the value I'm getting? 0.2. 0.2 whole square means 0.4. That leads to 0.4. 0.04. That is this 0.2 minus 0.07376 plus 0.0054068 whole square. That leads to a term which is equal to this. Entire term must be multiplied by 0.1. That leads to a value which is equal to K4 is equal to 0.019532784. That is K4. Now we have these terms here. Let me apply the formula, that is this formula. What is the value of y1? That is this term, this y1. If I substitute those values into that, I'll get the ultimate result for y of 0.2. If that is the case, let me apply the formula. What is that? Y1 is equal to minus 0.07376 plus 16 times, what is the value of K1 we have obtained? That is this 0.017376 plus 2 times K2, that is this term, minus 0.0065072 plus 2 times K3. What is the value of K3? That is this 0.0054068905542 plus K4 plus K3 plus K4. What is the value of K4 we have obtained here? That is 0.0195. 0.0195. Let me write down as it is. If I do this operation, I'll get the value of y of 0.2. That is, y of 0.2 is equal to this term. If I solve these values, what is the value I'm getting? 0 minus 0.07376 plus 16 times 0.017376 plus 2 times minus 0.0065072 plus 2 times 0.005406890,542 plus 0.0195. I am getting the value which is equal to 0.481104,60973. This is the value of y2. That is, y of 0.2 is equal to this value. So this is the final answer. If that is the case, let me consider the one more equation. This is for the other equation. For the other equation, we have got 0.91451. For the equation, I considered x minus y square. That is the value, that is f of x equal to x minus y square. We have found the value which is equal to 0.4810460973. If that is the case, let me consider one more equation. That is this 2x minus y minus 2x minus y. That means minus of 2x minus y. If I simplify this, minus 2x plus y is the function. That is f of x equal to this. If that is the case, what is the value of x0? x0 comma y0 is determined by this term, that is 0 comma minus 1, where x equal to 0, x0 equal to 0, y0 equal to minus 1. If that is the case, what is the value of k0? K1. K1 is equal to, step size equal to what? 0.1. K1 is equal to h into f of x0 comma y0. K2 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2 comma y0 plus k1 by 2. This is the value of k2. If that is the case, what is the value of k3? K3 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2 comma y0 plus k2 by 2. That is this formula. What is K4? K4 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h comma y0 plus k3. That is this. After this, we will apply the formula which is equal to y of this 0.5 is to be determined. Y of 0 plus 0.5, it is 0.5. So y of 0.1 is equal to, what is the value of K1? That is y0 plus 16 times k1 plus 2 times k2 plus 2 times k3 plus k4. That gives me the value of this function, entire function. That is y of 0.1 is obtained from this. So this is how we are going to calculate the y of 0.1. The value which you will get in this step, that is y of 0.1, is used as a y1. And what is the value of x1 then? x1 is equal to 0 plus 0.1, that is 0.1. So value of this would be x1 comma y1 used in the next iteration. That is, what is the value of y1? 0 plus 0.1, it is 0.1 as x1. What is the value of y1 which you will obtain here? After finding k1, k2, k3, k4, it is substituted into it and it is applied here to find out the value of y1. The same value of y1 is used here to get the value of y2, that is y2 of 0.2. Let me solve this problem also. See here, we have the term that is equal to, if that is the case, see here, 0.1 is the step size, 0 is the value of x0. What is the value of y0? It is minus 1. 0.1 is the value we have obtained here, h into f of x0 comma y0. What is that? 1 we have got. 0.1 into 1, it is obviously equal to 0.1. If that is the case, what is the value of k2? H into f of x0 plus h by 2. What is the value of x0? It is 0. 0 plus h by 2 means what? 0 plus 0.1 by 2, which is equal to 0.05. That is this, comma k1. What is the value of k1? 0.1, that is k1. y0, what is the value of y0? That is minus 1. Minus 1 plus 0.1 by 2. If I solve this, I'll get the value of this. So these values are substituted in this equation. 2 into minus 2 into 0.05 plus of minus 0.95. That gives me the value of this f of x, which is equal to 0.85. That has to be multiplied by h. That is h into f of x0, x1, comma y1. Now it is equal to the 0.085. Now k3 is obtained in the same manner, that is h into f of x0 plus h by 2 comma y0 plus k2 by 2. That gives me the value of this term and this term. That has to be multiplied by 0.1. If I do that operation, what is the value? I am getting this. So k1, k2, k3 is obtained. Then k4 is obtained with this h equal to 0.1 into x0 plus h comma y0 plus k3, which you have obtained in the previous step, which gives me the ultimate value like this. If these values of x and y are substituted into this equation, I'll get the value which is equal to this, and the final result is this. That is k1, k2, k3, k4 is obtained. Once k1, k2, k3, k4 is obtained, it is substituted into this equation. What is the value of y0, which you have obtained in the previous step? That is used here. y0 is what? That is minus 1. That is minus 1 plus 16 of k3 you have obtained here. That is this term. y0 is what? Minus 1 plus 16 into, what is the value of k1? 0.1 plus 2 times k2 plus 2 times k3 plus k4. That solves me the value of y1, which is equal to minus 0.91451. That is this, also called as y1 is equal to minus 0.91451. This is the value of y1. If so, what is the value of x1? x1 is equal to 0 considered earlier. X1 is equal to 0 plus 0.1. That means x1 is equal to 0 plus 0.1, which is equal to x1 is equal to 0.1, because the step size is 0.1. If that is the case, what is the value of x1 comma y1? x1 comma y1 is equal to 0.1 comma this term minus 0.91451. This is the value I am considering here for the next iteration. What is the value of y2? That means y of 0.2 is equal to what? This is going to be determined by considering the value of k1, k2, k3, k4, then substituting these values into that equation. That is y2 is equal to y1 plus 16 times k1 plus 2 times k2 plus 2 times k3 plus k4. That gives me the value of y2. That is y of 0.2. Let me show you that. See here. K1 is equal to this. What is the value of this h? 0.1. What is the value of x1? x1 is this, 0.1. What is the y1? This is this. If I substitute those values into that equation, what is the value I am getting? That is 0.1 comma minus 0.91451. That gives me the value like this. H into f of x0 comma y0, that gives me this. If I multiply these two terms, I will get this term. That is k1. That is the value of k1. So if that is the case, let me do the calculations once again here. What is the value of k1 here? K1 is equal to h into f of x0, x1 comma y1. What is the value of x1 comma y1? It is 0.1 comma minus this term minus 0.91451. If I substitute these values into that equation, that is into this equation, minus 2x plus y, what is the value I am getting? Minus 2x plus y, that is minus 2 into x is what? 0.1 plus y is what? Plus of minus 0.91451. This is substituted to get the value of this term. If I do that operation, what is that? Minus 2 into 0.1 plus of this term minus 0.91451. Yes. If I do this operation, I'll get the value which is equal to k1 is equal to, this term is equal to 0.1 into minus 1.11451. That is this. This has to be multiplied by 0.1. If I do this operation, minus k1 is equal to minus 0.111451. That is the value I'll get. That is for k1. Similarly for k2, we will get some value. Let me show you that. Yes, we considered 0.1 comma minus 0.91451. So let me consider one simple problem here, that is, which is very easy to understand now, that is f of x equal to x square minus 3. If that is the case, what is the value of x0? F of x0 is equal to 0, h is equal to 0.1. What is that? Means f of x0 means what? Y1, that is y0. Y0 is equal to 1. Let me consider this as 1. Y0 is equal to 1. X0 equal to 0. If that is the case, what is the value of this? Let me try out with this equation. It is very easier and simpler. We have x0 means what? That is k1 is equal to h into f of x0 comma y0. That is f of x0 comma y0 is what? That is x0 is 0, 0 comma y0 is what? 1, 0 comma 1, f of 0 comma 1 into h. That is k1 is equal to this. If that is the case, k1 is equal to h is what? 0.1 into this term, 0 square minus 3. That is minus 3. That is, you will get minus 3 here. If that is the case, what is the value of this? 0.1 into minus 3. That is 0. minus 0.3. 0.1 into minus 3. Yes, minus 0.3. It is minus 0.3. That is the value of k1. If that is the case, what is the value of k2? k2 is equal to h into f of x0 plus h by 2 comma y0 plus k1 by 2. This is the formula. If that is the case, what is the value of h? 0.1 into f of x0 is what? That is 0. That is 0. 0 plus h is what? 0.1 by 2 comma y0 is what? That is 1. 1 plus k0 is what? K1 is what? Minus 0.3 divided by 2. If I simplify this term, what is the value I am getting? 0.1 divided by 2 is equal to 0.05 comma 1 plus this term minus 0.3 divided by 2, which is equal to this term plus 1, that is equal to 0.85. That is f of this term, 0.1 into this. If that is the case, let me substitute this term into this equation, original equation. 0.05 whole square is equal to this term minus 3y. Let me consider 3y it is, because we have two terms here, x and y here. So we have to find out 3 into 1, that is minus 3. That is, of course, it is correct. 3 into 0.85 minus 2.5475, that is minus 2.5475 is the value. This should be multiplied with 0.1. Is to be multiplied with 0.1. That is value of minus 0.25475. This is the value of K2. What is the value of K3 then? K3 is equal to h into f of x plus h by 2 comma y plus k2 by 2. If that is the case, what is the value of h? 0.1 star f of, what is the value of x0? It is 0 plus h is what? 0.1 by 2 comma, what is y0? That is y0 is equal to 1 plus k2 is what? This term minus 0.25475 divided by 2. If I solve this, what is the value I am getting? 0.05 comma this term, that is minus 0.25475 divided by 2, that is the value, plus 1. That is 0.872625 is the value, that is f of this term. If I substitute into this term, that is 0.05 whole square is equal to 1 by 400, which is equal to 0.0025 minus 3 times this term, 0.872625. That gives me the value of f of this, minus 3 times 0.872625, which is equal to which is equal to minus 2.615375. This must be multiplied by 0.1. Answer must be multiplied by 0.1. If I do that operation, what is the value of K2? K2 is already obtained. K3 is equal to minus 0.2615375. This is the value of K3. Now what is the value of K4? K4 is equal to H into F of x0 plus h comma y0 plus K3. So we have this term. What is the value of h? It is 0.1 into f of this term. X0 is what? That is 0. 0 plus h is what? 0.1 comma y0 is what? Y0 is equal to 1. 1 plus K3. K3 is what? Minus, plus of minus means minus 0.2615375. This is the value of this term into f of this term. That means what? 0.1 into f of 0.1 comma. If I solve this, what is the value I am getting? That is 1 minus 0.2615375. What is the value I am getting? That is 0.7384625. This is the value I am getting. This is called as, this must be substituted. That is 0.1 whole square is equal to 0.01. That is, of course, it is 0.01 minus 3 times this term. That is 0.7384625. What is the value I am getting from this? That is 0.01 minus 3 times 0.7384625. What is the value I am getting? I am getting the value which is equal to minus 2.2053875. 53875. That is the value of K4. Now I have to substitute these values of K1, K2, K3, K4 into that original equation. What is that original equation? Y1 is equal to Y0 plus 16 times K1 plus 2 times K2 plus 2 times K3 plus K4. This gives me the value of Y1, but that is Y of 0.1. 0.1 is equal to, what is the value of Y0? Which is equal to 1. 1 plus 16 times, what is the value of K1? That is minus 0.3. Minus 0.3 plus 2 times K2. What is the value of K2 we have obtained here? That is this. Minus 0.25475. Minus 0.25475. That is the value of this. Plus 2 times, what is the value of K3? Which we have obtained here. That is minus 0.2615375. Plus, what is the value of K4? That is this term. Minus 2.2053875. That is this. If I solve this, I'll get the value of, that is y of 0.5. That is y of 0.1. Y of 0.1 is equal to the whole thing. That is 1 plus 16 times this term. That is minus 0.3 plus 2 times that term. Minus 0.25475 plus 2 times this term. Minus 0.2615375 plus of minus 2.2053875. That is y of 0.5 is equal to minus 55.6074. That is the value of y of 0.1. That is, here we have obtained the value of y0. This becomes y1. What is the value of x1 then? 0 plus 0.1. That means we have got the value which is equal to x1 comma y1, which is equal to 0.1 comma this term, minus 55.6074. That is the value we are getting. So this is called as x1 and y1 for the next iteration to get y2. So this process is repeated for this equation x square minus 3y. until we get the value of the desired term y0, y1, y2, y3, so on up to the desired end point. This is how we are going to do. So this is for x2 and y2, and this is for x3 and y3 to get y4, then y5, that is x4 and y4 is used here to get y5. So that is the final result. So thank you very much. Thank you one and all. Let me explain this Runge Kutta fourth order once again if you have not very much familiar with it. And of course, it is explained well now. I will come with more number of examples on Runge Kutta fourth order method. Thank you very much. Thank you one and all.